Hello children! We use electricity for many purposes to make our task easier. Electricity helps to light up our homes, roads, offices, markets, and factories even after sunset. This helps us to continue working at night. However, the supply of electricity may fail or it may not be available in some places. In such situations, a torch is used to provide light. A torch has a bulb that lights up when it is switched on. Where does the torch get electricity from? Let's find the answer by learning about the simple electric circuit and its components from the lesson Electricity and Circuits, Class 6 Science. Learning outcomes. At the end of this session, you will be able to understand about electric cell, bulb, a bulb connected to an electric cell, an electric circuit, switch, torchlight. Keywords: torchlight, electric cell, a device which converts chemical energy into electrical energy. Terminal, a point at which current enters or leaves an electrical device. Bulb, filament, a thin wire that gives off the light in a bulb. Wire, electric current, a flow of electric charges. Circuit, a complete and unbroken pathway for electricity. Switch. Before starting, let us look at the concept map of this session. Electricity to the bulb in a torch is provided by the electric cell. The cell consists of a cylindrical metal can. It is filled with chemicals. When we look into the electric cell carefully, we notice that it has a small metal cap on one side and a metal disc on the other side. We also notice a positive sign and a negative sign marked on the electric cell. The metal cap is the positive terminal of the electric cell and the metal disc is the negative terminal. All electric cells have two terminals, a positive terminal and a negative terminal. An electric cell produces electricity from the chemical stored inside it. When the chemicals in the electric cell are used up, the electric cell stops producing electricity. The electric cell then has to be replaced with a new one. Let's learn about the bulb now. Take a torch bulb and observe carefully. A torch bulb has an outer glass case fixed on a metallic base. We find a thin wire fixed in the middle of the glass bulb. Now, switch the torch on and observe which part of the bulb is glowing. The thin wire that gives off light is called the filament of the bulb. The filament is fixed to two thicker wires which provide support to it. One of these thick wires is connected to the metal case at the base of the bulb. The other thick wire is connected to the metal tip at the center of the base. The base of the bulb and the metal tip of the base are the two terminals of the bulb. These two terminals are fixed in such a way that they do not touch each other. The electric bulbs used at home also have a similar design. Let us see how a bulb glows with the help of a cell. Take 4 wires of different colors, each about 15 cm long. Remove about 2 cm of the plastic covering from both ends of each wire. This would expose the metal wires at the ends. Fix the exposed parts of 2 wires to the cell and the other 2 to the bulb. You can stick the wires to the bulb and cells with the tape. Now, connect the wires fixed to the bulb with those attached to the cell in 6 different ways as shown in figure. For each arrangement, find out whether the bulb glows or not. Now, carefully look at the arrangements in which the bulb glows. Compare these with those in which the bulb does not glow. We find that the bulb glows only if there is a closed path for the flow of electric current. If there is no closed path for the flow of electric current, the bulb does not glow. Observe the figure shown on the screen. Here, the 2 terminals of the electric cell are connected to 2 terminals of the bulb. Such an arrangement is an example of an electric circuit. The electric circuit provides a complete path for electricity to pass between the 2 terminals of the electric cell. In an electric circuit, the electric current flows from the positive terminal to the negative terminal. When the terminals of the bulb are connected with that of the electric cell by wires, the current passes through the filament of the bulb. This makes the bulb glow. Sometimes an electric bulb does not glow even if it is connected to the cell. This may happen if the bulb has fused. One reason for a bulb to fuse is a break in its filament. A break in the filament of an electric bulb means a break in the path of the current between the terminals of the electric cell. Therefore, a fused bulb does not light up as no current passes through its filament. We use switches to put on or put off the torchlight. Let us see what a switch is and how it works. We can make a switch using 2 drawing pins, a safety pin, 2 wires, and a small sheet of thermocol. Insert a drawing pin into the ring at one end of the safety pin and fix it on the thermocol sheet. Now, fix the other drawing pin on the thermocol sheet in a way that the free end of the safety pin can touch it. The safety pin fixed in this way acts as a switch. Now, make a circuit by connecting an electric cell and a bulb with this switch. Rotate the safety pin so that it's free and touches the other drawing pin. We observe that the bulb glows. The safety pin covered the gap between the drawing pins when we made it touch two of them and allowed the current to pass through it, making the circuit complete. In this position, the switch is said to be on. Hence, the bulb glows. Now, move the safety pin away. We observe that the bulb does not glow. The circuit is not complete as there is a gap between the two drawing pins. In this position, the switch is said to be off. A switch is a simple device that either breaks the circuit or completes it. The switches used in lighting of electric bulbs and other devices in homes work on the same principle. Torchlight is used as a source of light. Let us see what makes the torch bulb glow. Torch consists of a hollow cylindrical barrel in which cells are fitted. At one end of it, there is a lid with a screw that can be opened and closed. When the lid is closed and the switch is on, the circuit is completed and current flows in the circuit, which makes the bulb glow. Points to remember. The electric cell is the source of electrical energy in a torchlight. The electric cell has two terminals, positive and negative. The filament of the bulb emits light. Electricity requires a closed path for it to flow. In an electric circuit, the electric current flows from the positive terminal to the negative terminal. A switch helps us to allow or break the flow of electricity in a circuit. In torchlight, when the cell, bulb, and switch from a closed circuit, the bulb glows. Thank you.